Hi everyone, we're going to talk about the E minor one. And this starts mezzo forte, which is a little bit louder than it was at the beginning, so you can really feel free to sort of blow this out a little bit. It's leggerio, which means lightly or sort of dance-like or ballerina. I think like a ballerina kind of dancing around on all this. This first phrase is 3 bars, and we're going to go to the middle part of the third bar, which is the high E. So we want a crescendo all the way up and all the way down for the whole thing, not just the little bit that it's marked. We're going to do it through the whole way. And I think that's it for this first part. I don't think there's anything tricky in this. A couple left hands, the right hand D sharps, which you have to do. This looks hard because there's a lot of 30-second notes, but remember you're counting every 8th note, so it's really not so bad. Not a whole lot there, right? The second part here is make sure you notice the difference that on beat 3, the little beat 3, not the little beat 3 in this thing, there are 16th notes, which you count as 8th notes. And then on the little beat 5, there are also 8th notes, so those are a little slower. This next measure is the hardest thing in the whole piece, where one of the hardest things to do on the clarinets go from A sharp to B natural, back and forth. And what's the composer do here is he just makes you do it like, I don't know, 6 times in a row. It's not much fun. You have to practice this really slow. Maybe even slower than that until you get the hang of it. It's just... It's not easy. That's not easy at all. So when you get that flowing, nice. This next measure is weird. It's sort of like a written out retard, even though it says retard. He just writes it out. To think this in my head, I've come up with states, but you can come up with food. I came up with states, so I always like Mississippi for 16ths, and then I'm thinking Arkansas for the triplets, and then Texas for the 16 notes at the end. So it's Mississippi, Mississippi, Arkansas, Arkansas, Texas, Texas. Does that make sense? It's kind of how I feel it. The only thing is weird is the second Arkansas isn't on an E. It's on the D sharp. It's on the lower note. So it's Arkansas, Arkansas. You have to make sure you feel that a little bit. I think it's okay even to make a little bit of retard there. Make a real set with a breath. This is just a straight line up and down. No big deal here. Right, with the big crescendo, we make the diminuendo coming down in the measure before that from the high E and make a nice diminuendo. So when we start this chromatic scale, you're probably down to at least a mezzo piano, maybe even softer than that. Sorry, I had gurgles. So we can get louder and louder all the way through this. If you start that too loud, then it's not going to work. I guess I could go ahead and finish this up. Nah, I won't. I'll stop there. So this is not hard, not fast. I'd have to check and see what 88